Tracy.
However you want it. However you want it.
Yeah. Septein.
And we are recording, so quiet on set.
Yeah, is that audio going to be okay?
Hi, we're here at South by Southwest, enjoying the film and music that's coming our way. Today we have the folks from Septein. We have Michael Tully to the right here, and we've got Robert Longstreet here. We're going to tell you a little bit about what happened with their film, things that happened on the set, and the response they're getting from, you guys had a show, yesterday, right?
Yesterday was our first screening in Austin.
Yeah, so how was that?
It was fun. We were just talking about it. It started to me where we had shown, we world premiered at Sundance and then went to Rotterdam in the Netherlands, and I swore I was never going to watch it again, but then being at the Alamo, having the opportunity to get popcorn and a pitcher of beer was just too tempting. So I watched it, and when it started, I had that same panic reaction of, I'm not serving any purpose watching this movie right now, and then it picked up, and there was a part with his character who, there's a missing puzzle piece, and I totally had forgotten that was in the movie, and I was excited to watch it again.
I can't believe we had that exact same experience. That's really bizarre.
So it was like seeing it for the first time again.
Yeah, and I've seen it
at that point.
Yeah,
we've watched it a lot.
That's amazing. Well, who wants to tell me a little bit about that? Septein.
Go ahead, let him tell you. Yeah.
The film itself is just, it was a strange idea that I had. I've known Robert for a long time, who's an actor, and another, who plays our third brother, Orner Tickell, had made a movie called Dingalingless in was it 2001? And I had seen Robert.
Right to laugh. Yeah,
and it is a comedy, and it's genuinely funny. But I met Orner at a film festival, and I thought we looked like brothers because we both hadn't shaved in a while. And the idea of Robert and Orner and I being brothers on a farm was just this kernel of an idea we had. And a year ago, I saw a short film that Orner was in, acting, that he had also directed, and then the idea came back to me, and I was like, whatever happened to that idea? And then I had a little brainstorm session, and we three, through email, it wasn't even on the phone, or we weren't living in the same parts of town or parts of the USA. And yeah, and
of the USA.
Of the USA, and we did like two-ish months of just back and forth developing the story, and then finally I opened up the final draft and wrote a script, and then a few months later.
That's almost a record.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is a record. From shooting, we started July 5th and delivered to a distributor on January 10th.
Wow,
yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So
I wouldn't advise it. I'd advise it, and I wouldn't advise it at the same time.
Okay.
A definite maybe not to do that, or maybe you should.
Now that it's done, it's great. At the time, it was a little crazy.
Well, but actually, developing the characters, I was going to be the plumber initially, and not be a brother.
Yeah.
And then I started reading, you were writing the script, and it was so great. I started getting jealous and feeling like I was a satellite, and I really wanted to be one of the brothers, so I begged, and now I'm a brother.
You're a brother?
Now I can't think of you other than our mother brother.
Thank goodness. I like being a mother brother.
So tell me a little bit about your character.
My character is, they've lost their parents, and and Cornelius, my brother, has disappeared 18 years ago. So my character Ezra sort of channels his grief, and the way that he does it is he sort of morphs into their mother and starts to take care of cooking them breakfast, cleaning the house obsessively, scolding them, telling them when to go to bed, when to go to church, and so it's very interesting, and his clothes get progressively more feminine in the movie.
Okay,
but we were also trying not to make it a pointed, he has issues of homosexuality. Like the issues are, I'm from a 4-sibling family, and you start playing these roles where the one thinks they're more the responsible one and becomes the parent. And I think that was the issue. We were trying to make it always about, it could have been him taking over the father role, but the idea of Robert playing the mother role was just too much to pass up, because we had the world at our toes.
And it's Southern Mother. It's like all the girlfriends I had in high school and college. So it's not West Hollywood. It's
that
Southern
was my
Mother.
next question. So what did you do to develop this character?
I literally, it's exactly that. I'm mimicking mothers of my girlfriends. Yeah.
And my dialogue is, my mother's are like Maryland mother, which is sort of Southern mother, but some of that dialogue I feel like was, maybe it was my delusional memory, but I feel like I was channeling, like actually writing critiques that she had of me being, like depressed or just being a teenager.
It'll
So
be
some of
interesting
those
to watch the Twitter comments coming back from the moms and the girlfriends.
Oh, God, I'm scared.
My mom loves it.
I actually shouldn't even be admitting that in public, but I'm just going to anyway.
Oh yeah,
Well, I haven't said who, like whose mother, yeah.
So now, will this film be picked up by a distributor?
It has been. We were bought before Sundance. So that's sort of the path that you can take is hopefully have a great world premiere. The producers rep we aligned ourselves with, George Rush from San Francisco, was really great. And when he first watched the movie, he was like, I think your only chance at selling this is don't show anybody, and hopefully you have an amazing world premiere. And then the next day he was like, I've thought about it, you need to try to sell this before people watch it, because he was just worried that it would have it wasn't made to appeal to everyone, we were not trying to alienate people, but also we wanted to make something that would really get a few people excited.
Wow.
And IFC Films, their offshoot Sundance Select, their new distinct label, Sundance Selects bought us. So at Sundance we world premiered on January 23rd, and on January 24th, all over America, people could watch it on video on demand for 30 days.
Fantastic.
And a lot more people than I ever thought, or I think any of us ever thought would watch this movie already have.
Actually, I was waiting for the numbers to just be all me.
So is this something that we can see sequels later too?
Well, I was just talking about that, of going into like how arrogant and idiotic an idea is it to do a sequel of a movie like a year later of an indie movie that barely anyone had seen to begin with. So we were going to do Septein.mov, Return to Rawlings Farm.
I really want. There's a thing where one of the characters, Amos, is doing paintings and things start to happen that he's painting. And one line is, "Why don't you draw us winning the lottery?" So I think maybe Orner should draw a ticket winning the lottery, and we come back.
Yeah, all the characters we had figured out if we could leave the farm, and it would be called Return to Rawlings Farm, and it doesn't take place on the farm because we probably would never get that location again. So it was like, the artist goes to New York, and then I don't know where your character goes.
I have no idea. I don't know. Probably I'm probably like a talent scout for a model agency or something. Yeah.
Maybe.
There you go. Well, that could be fun to follow along, and certainly if someone watches it, they'll definitely want to know about Septein too.
I would love it. Yes, coming soon.
Write your own sequel.
So great. Now, do you guys have any other projects you're working on right now?
Well, this man has 3 movies at this festival. He had 4 movies at Sundance, so he's like, I'm more worried about my brackets with college basketball right now, so I'm not really an artist anymore. But he is. So
I am. I actually have things I can't talk. Well, that's not true. One movie I can. A filmmaker, David Lowery, has a short here called Pioneer, and his feature Saint Nick. I've got a lead in his movie coming up in the winter.
Nice.
And then a couple coming up soon that I can't talk about. But
we'll get back to
there's
you
some
more
exciting
about
things.
what you're up to.
Yeah.
Jim Cameron, ever heard of him?
Yeah. Little 3D movie. Ever heard of that boat sinking flick? Yeah.
Well, keep an eye on these guys. They're really doing some wonderful things out in the film industry. And we hope you enjoyed the interview with the Septein guys. And we'll see you around in South by Southwest.